Hey everyone, it's Brendan here, and welcome back to the Crypto Analyst channel. And today we need to take a look at what's happening in the altcoin market, because the altcoin market is very quickly approaching one of its most important support levels that we've seen in quite a while. In fact, over the course of 2023, we've only managed to hit this support area 4 separate times. And whenever the altcoin market has managed to hit this support area, it has worked as one of the best buying opportunities that we've seen in altcoins over the course of 2023. So what I want to do in today's video is talk about what this area is, what we can expect, and maybe if altcoins can actually see a little bit of upside once again if we do another bounce from this area. But I also think that it's worth looking into what could happen if the altcoins break this really long and historically important support level as well. So we're going to be talking about everything that you need to know about the altcoin market in this video. All that I ask is that if you like the content that we make, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and stick around for a couple more videos. So what is this historic support line that we're talking about here? Because it is something that we have, I think, briefly mentioned on the channel before, and I know we brought it up over on the Crypto 101 podcast channel. So if you're not a part of that, you want to go check it out. But this support area is right around the $500 billion market cap area of altcoins. Now, there's going to be people out there that are asking me, hey, Brendan, how are we measuring the entire altcoin market, and why are we measuring it in market cap? And so the way that we do this is we're on TradingView and we type in total 2, as you can see in the top left-hand corner of my screen. And what this means is that it is adding together the market cap of every single cryptocurrency project, excluding Bitcoin, which is how we get the total altcoin market cap, since Bitcoin is removed from that scenario. And so this is essentially just saying, hey, if we add together what's happening to every single altcoin project, whether it's going up or down, that's how we get this chart. And so with the altcoin market, kind of collectively moving down in recent months to show that Bitcoin dominance has also been growing in size, what we're seeing here is that this big support area around $500 billion is the one that I think a lot of people need to keep their eye on. This is a previous resistance level, as we can see here, that has since turned into a pretty sizable support. And so the first time that we bounced off of this, we saw a really nice move to the upside, and essentially every following move has been about 10% less effective. So from this first bounce, we saw about a 30% move to the upside right off of the line right here. The second time we saw about a 20% bounce. The third time we saw about a 10% bounce. Then we saw about another 5 to 10% bounce. And we're once again approaching this level for around the 5th time of this year. So the big question on everyone's mind is, hey, historically, this has been the bottom, the best area to buy altcoins, holistically speaking, from the past year or so, for all of 2023. So is that going to be the case again? And we're going to have to wait to see if this acts as a support. We're already starting to see a little bit of bounce off this area. We pierced just below that $500 billion market cap line. But that's nothing new, because we've seen that happen on all of these other bottoms as well, where, hey, we get right around 500 billion. Most of the candles close above 500 billion, but we do see that piercing candle action through where, we essentially get like a little bit of, I don't know if slippage is the right word, but you get what I'm saying. We briefly pierced into the high 400 billion market cap area before immediately like rocketing back to the upside. And so we saw this on attempt number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're even seeing that right now, kind of signifying that, hey, there is at least a method behind the madness here, and we're seeing a bit of consistency. So now that that point has hit, now that all the areas that we've been looking for has hit, is this arguably one of the better spots to buy altcoins, like it has been for the bulk of this year? And I think that this kind of support, this kind of trend is your friend until it's broken. And so the way that I would play this is, I am a little bit interested in maybe making a swing trade on an altcoin or two, and we'll look at a couple that I'm kind of keeping my eye on here. But more importantly, I say a lot of this because I think Bitcoin dominance has the potential to continue to grow. And if this support line breaks on altcoins, things could get fairly nasty. Like we've seen how volatile it can get when this zone breaks. And so who's to say that if the support line breaks, the total 2 doesn't tank another 10%. And if the total 2 moves 10%, maybe that's 15, maybe that's 20% for the average altcoin, because stable coins and other cryptocurrencies like that are going to be included into the total too. So 10% for the total too could maybe 15, 20, 25% for a lot of altcoins. And if we see the altcoin market do that, then maybe that means Bitcoin dominance is going to go back on the rise. And so either way, I think that there is a way to play this, but I think stop losses are going to be an important part of that process as well. So again, historically speaking, this has been one of the best areas to buy altcoins. I think that there just needs to be a hedge against risk here, in the case of a worst case scenario. So that's really the way that I'm looking at all of this. Now, a couple of the altcoins that I am looking at, again, there's a lot of good picks in the markets right now. Like Chainlink has been looking amazing, really nice chart to the upside. Cosmos is coming back to some really key support levels, honestly, in a really big squeeze. You go down and you look at something like Compound, really nice uptrending support line coming back to this area, trying to look for a bounce. And of course, Maker, which has been one of the top performing cryptocurrencies of, ever since summer has really started. And they're bouncing off of a previous resistance, now turned support level as well. So there are certainly cryptos out there that are worth looking at. You can look at a number of other different cryptocurrencies, maybe like ApeCoin or Crow, which are just like seeing these big, heavy downtrend charts. So there's cryptos to look at, there's cryptos to stay away from. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about the crypto markets. So I hope all of you did enjoy this video. Again, there is opportunity out there everywhere. We just have to look for it. We have to find it. And, arguably that's our job over here, to save all of your time. So again, if you like the content that we make, stick around for more videos, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we're going to see all of you in next week's video as well.